Welcome back to my page. I'm not doing this to be fancy. When the air conditioner is on, it picks up all the noise. So, I have to use my fan. Okay, maybe I am using it to be fancy. I'm extra. This is what I am. But, welcome back to my page. If you haven't watched my last video in my Fat Girl Summer series, please do. And if you haven't watched it, that means you're not a subscriber. So, go ahead and take care of that. Make sure you subscribe to my videos. Like I said, the series I'm doing right now is called Fat Girl Summer, where I am taking on the idea of body acceptance during the summer and challenging this idea of what a summer body is. Because as you know, at the beginning of the new year, everybody just runs to the gym just so they can have, get started on that summer body. But usually about late February, March, everybody just goes, we just all just say, F it. The summer's gonna get whatever body I have, and then when it actually happens, there used to be this thing where a lot of women and men would not want to be seen, or they would be upset that their summer body wasn't here, and they'd wear this whole, they wear the shirts and everything. Now there is a new wave, and I'm bleh, excuse me. I'm thinking TikTok and Instagram for it, of this new wave of body acceptance and the hot girl movement, or as I like to call it, the hot girl movement, the fat girl movement, fat girl summer, however you want to say it. Basically, we are outside. We outside. we outside. We outside, and the summer and the ocean is going to take the bodies we have. Summer, ocean, pool, blow up inflatable pool. I'm getting a blow up inflatable pool. I digress. Sorry, back to the thing. So this entire series is basically about summer and fun and being out there with your body and actually loving your body. And I'm sitting here in my own swimsuit that I got from Shein. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Starts with the S. It's not a sponsored video, so that's why I'm not giving you like the full on view of it. But at some point during the series, I may stand up and give you the full outfit, but you have to stick around. So that means that you're actually going to have to subscribe if you haven't. Yeah. But I'm also doing, a sticker out this series. I'm turning all of these girls that I'm doing into stickers. Well, 2 girls mainly that I'm doing in the stickers. So you were going to see me doing reviews on that and going through how I'm going to design them, and my plans going forward as far as, getting them on products and things, and I'll be reviewing that and how I do that. You may hear me, because I take the sound out of a lot of the videos, you won't actually hear me cussing, but just imagine while I'm doing this and going through this progress, there's a lot of cussing. There's a lot of cussing. There's a lot of annoyances. There's a lot of me getting up and storming off and leaving my computer, my iPad. And that's okay, because when you're doing these things and you're trying something new, it's going to be difficult. But the thing is that you want to make sure that you stick with it. Now, back on the subject of body acceptance, this is something that I didn't always have. I know I seem thick and fabulous right in front of you, but it wasn't something that I always had. Kind of a personal thing for me. I kind of had a very, very, very toxic relationship with my body. At one point, I wouldn't let you take photos. I would walk into the room and pretty much be invisible. I would just hide in the corner. I even used to tell myself that my art would speak for me, so I didn't have to speak, just so that people wouldn't have to see me. Here's a confession. I wanted to start a YouTube for years, for over 8 years to be in fact. But my first excuse was, I'm too fat. I'm too fat. That was my first excuse. I'm too fat to be on camera. My second excuse was my voice. I hated the sound of my voice. I hated my accent. I hated the sound of my voice. Still getting used to that one. Because when I play it back, I swear I want to die. But I'm getting used to hearing it more and more as I edit the videos. So I'm just like, okay, we have a bizarre southern twang But we will get used to it. We'll get used to hearing it. I'm starting to love my own voice. But once I got past those excuses, it was you don't have enough equipment. What are you gonna do with your hair? Like, it was just countless, countless things as to why I couldn't start this YouTube. But it started with me thinking that I wasn't gonna be attractive enough to attract an audience, which I don't know. That's how our mind works. Our mind kind of stops us from chasing after doing the things that we love, and it'll give you a reason why you can't. And for me, it was always the way I looked. It always stopped me from doing all kind of things. Not only did it stop me from doing things, it made me accept things that I shouldn't have accepted. Like, it made me allow people to treat me a certain way because I didn't think that I deserved to be treated any better in the body that I had. And that's another YouTube episode, which I will go through. And that'll be a very emotional one. But like I said, subscribe and stick around because we are going to be covering all kinds of topics in the future. And I'm so excited for you guys to be here. Please like and comment, and let's get into this. Hey! Okay, like always, I always want to show you guys my sketch phase and how I break down the body into different shapes. I always start with a stick figure and then I just make her thick. So I'm basically creating her with a product in mind. Usually, when I create an illustration, I sometimes try to think, am I going to give them a background? Am I going to give them a lot of detail? But because I know that I'm thinking product in my mind, we're going to be like, okay, Jonquel, we're not going to do too crazy. And we're going to create the artwork in a way that we don't need as much color in it, because I'm gonna make her a sticker and I want to make her a keychain. Because after doing so much research, I was able to find a company that made acrylic keychains. I really, really want to see her as a keychain. So I'm keeping those things in mind as I'm illustrating her. The line art being done, the next thing I move into is doing the coloring, obviously. This is my favorite part. I know I mention that in every video, but it's absolutely true. It's so satisfying. It's like making your own coloring book and then just coloring it in. And you also see me doing like a few last minute edits. Sometimes I'm just so happy-go-lucky when I'm drawing that I don't realize, okay, her forehead is a little bit too far down, but you notice those things when the color goes in. Then of course I'm shading and everything, and as I'm shading, I'll also start putting in like the dips and stuff like that her stomach makes, or if there's a roll or anything. You do that by defining the shadows. And this also will, let you know like the depth of her skin. Here I am adding her stretch marks and her cellulite, because we're all about body acceptance here. And these are, I think they add something to the artwork when I add them. No photoshopping any of that out over here. And here I am coloring in her Daisy Dukes. I decided to give her some Daisy Dukes as opposed to giving her a string bikini. Well, she's still wearing a string bikini. You can see the strings, but they're kind of lost. But I really wanted to give her like some sexy Daisy Dukes and have like a peekaboo effect on the bikini with the shorts being open, and I could just imagine her with all this attitude, just turning around and saying, "Look back at it," with all the cheeks just hanging out underneath. I digress. Um, I digress. I'm sorry. I get way too into these storylines. And with most of the details, I'm adding the color into these butterflies, which I thought was so fun. I recently bought some butterfly clips. I used to wear these as a kid, and I'm so happy to see them come back. They're just so magical. And then I go ahead and I add her makeup, give her some sun-kissed cheeks, some wonderful blush, give her a nice lippy. I think I went with a nude lip for her, more of a nude lip for her because I just felt like she's a gloss type of girl, especially with all of that heavy makeup. Yeah, you're gonna see me go back and forth choosing between colors a lot. You just never know. It's just like putting on makeup in real life. Sometimes you really have to go back and forth with your makeup. And I decided to give her some nice, kissable, glossy looking lips. Yes, and adding the highlights to the breasts. They need to be highlighted. She's so cute. She came out so well. And here's the final reveal. I am truly happy with her. I went ahead and gave her a background just so you guys can get the full effect. But like I said, she is going to be a sticker and she is going to be a keychain. And maybe with this background, she may even be a print when my store opens up. If you want to see me reveal those products, then please make sure you subscribe to this page. And as always, like and comment. And thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a great Fat Girl Summer.